2 astronauts have miraculously survived the crash landing of the Russian spacecraft Soyuz. Russia is investigating the malfunction of their spacecraft after the booster on the rocket broke at 164,000 feet, and the rocket automatically turned back and commenced a ballistic re-entry to Earth. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know right now on I.O. Welcome back to InformOverload, I'm Charlotte Dobre. If you need a place to get your news on YouTube, smash the subscribe and notification bell and follow us on Instagram. The recent flight of Russia's Soyuz spacecraft lasted only 2 minutes and 45 seconds. At that point, the astronauts inside the spacecraft were experiencing weightlessness, but normally during a rocket launch, the force from the rocket surging upward should have pinned them to their seats. That's when the astronauts realized something was terribly wrong. Alexei Ovinin and American Nick Hague were on their way to the International Space Station when the malfunction occurred. They were supposed to spend 6 months aboard the ISS, and their first spacewalk was scheduled for October 19th and 25th. They were supposed to replace batteries on the outside of the ISS. 90 seconds into their launch, NASA reported on their live stream that there was a problem with the booster rocket between the first and second stage of separation. There was actually footage of the astronauts inside the spacecraft being shaken around the moment that the malfunction happened. Back in 1986, the Challenger disaster resulted in 7 deaths following a booster malfunction. The catastrophe was witnessed by 65 million Americans, and to this day it is still one of the deadliest space catastrophes ever. But miraculously, the Soyuz astronauts survived their crash. Fortunately, the spacecraft reached a good height and the landing engines and parachutes were working properly. Well, at least there's that. Even though the spacecraft engaged in a ballistic descent. A ballistic descent is where a spacecraft descends at a sharper angle than normal. The force from this ballistic descent was enormous, but the astronauts kept their cool. They crash landed in a space capsule that landed on the Kazakh steppe on Thursday. Rescuers ran to help the stranded astronauts. They are reportedly in good condition according to NASA. But since 2010, 21 out of the 745 Soyuz rocket launches have failed, which is that's actually a pretty high percentage when people's lives are at stake. Is this rocket reliable enough to put the lives of astronauts at risk? I don't know, man. Soyuz is one of the oldest rocket designs, but it's supposed to be one of the safest ones. But right now there's a lot of talk about whether or not the Russian space industry can keep up standards. It's clear newer, safer rockets need to be produced. That being said, this is the first malfunction of a Soyuz rocket since 1983, and in general, space mission fatalities are pretty rare. So far, there's only been 21 deaths in history. At this time, the Russians have suspended all flights to the space station, and it's likely that all rocket flights will be suspended for the time being across the world thanks to this disaster. That's pretty troubling because at this time, the Soyuz is the only way to get people to the ISS right now. Officials say that the people who are already up there have enough supplies though. Russia is investigating the malfunction of the rocket at this time. This comes only a few weeks after a hole was discovered in the Russian section of the International Space Station, which Russia said may have been drilled deliberately. The exact reason why this rocket malfunctioned is still being investigated. As for the batteries that were supposed to be replaced at the International Space Station, a NASA spokesperson says they don't know what they're going to do about them at this time. The astronauts aboard the ISS that are supposed to return to Earth in December might have to sit tight though, because it's likely that all space missions will be delayed after this malfunction. Okay guys, that is all I have for you on that story. It's time to do some comment replies. Waffle Mix said, "What is the comment dance? I'm scared." Don't be scared. Embrace the comment dance. Comment dance, comment dance, comment dance. XFA said Charlotte has a crush on Keemstar. No, I would say that's incorrect. You are not correct. The Potato Librarian said, "I am the Library King. Charlotte, will you come to my library?" Yes I will. I thought you would never ask. Cheesy James said, "I love your videos. If you feature me, nothing will happen except you will make my day." Well, that sounds like reason enough for me there, Cheesy James. Here's your feature. Thanks for subscribing. Gotcha Sillin said, "Can I be a potato, please?" Why, yes you can. All you gotta do is click that subscribe button. The video is over, and thanks for watching. Over here's a link to another I.O. video that you should definitely check out. And obviously, if you enjoyed your time here, smash the thumbs up, subscribe, and notification bell. And I will see you in a future I.O. video.